So this is the recap for live stream 355, I believe. And today was a bit of a mixed day. It started out pretty well, but unfortunately, that was not the case for the entire day. So let's have a look at some of the trades that I took here today. Came to the market around the usual time, around 11:30 Eastern Standard. Got a long setup right here. Price turned around. And let's see, so went in twice, price turned around, took us out, re-entered, price then came down, stopped us out for 300 contracts, went in twice, price turned around, was stopped out. So I was having a very difficult time of trading gold. Had a setup here, but due to the amount of contracts I was in across the board in other instruments, couldn't take this trade. So there was a trade there, and after suffering all these losses, pretty much decided to stop trading gold. Certainly this would have been a losing trade. That might have been a winning trade. So it wasn't great. It seems like when I caught the market on the backside, I simply could not get a hold of it. So I did point out the fact that we did have a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. And the head and shoulder pattern pretty much looks like this. So at the time, you had a shoulder here, you had a head which is higher, you had a pullback, and we can see here price ran into this shoulder over here, ran into that level, turned around, and of course in hindsight we can see what prices did there. Have a look at ES. Over on ES, bit of a mixed bag over on ES here. Certainly the market was more favorable towards ES trades. We weren't at any of the extremes. We weren't up at the 94s, nor were we down at the 60s at the time. So took a long trade here, hit target, long trade again. Seems like hit target, long trade, got taken out. Took a couple of trades through here which weren't necessarily part of the trading plan. Decided to take a long here, looking for a move back up to the highs. Price turned around, cleared the lows, and was stopped out. Took a similar trade here. Price closed below the level, and I got out of that there. Price came back, went long, got out of the position there for. Got out of the position. Yep, got out of the position there. Shouldn't have been long anyway. Went short, and it seems that target was hit right there. Yep, went short. Target was hit right there. Went short again. Took it off early because of the price action I saw in NQ. Went short again and decided to take it early here. Was originally going to target at 60.75 because we were near the end of the day. Thought price could turn around and be bought up, so took it off early. Exactly at the highs before prices went down to where the target would have been. Finally, we'll have a look here at the NQ. Again, came into this market just after the 11:30, went long, target was hit, long again, added to the position, price came down, was stopped out, long, added to the position, thought price would definitely get to target, price turned around, and I was took it off for a loss, I believe, because the stop would have been down there. Went long again because it certainly NQ had greater relative strength than our friends over at ES. So we're certainly taking a lot of long trades, but as we can see, the market just ground to the downside. So I was kept taking longs, but it happened to be on the backside. Now on the 5-minute, we can see price run into the point of control from Friday, highest volume point on the market, ran into that level, stalled, and eventually turned around away from that level. So I could see that move higher above these swing highs up towards the highs from Friday, but it wasn't to be the case. Instead, prices got stuck and turned around. So we can see Just kept taking long trades and paying for it. Got this out of this early, went long, thought we could see this move all the way up towards the highs, up to the 620s. Prices turned around, took a loss there as prices came down. Again through here, did a FOMO short, was up over 100. Prices came back, got taken out for break even, went long, looking for a reversal back up towards, say, this 535s. Prices turned around again, got stopped out for break even. If we have a look here at the account, we can see started the day well. I was up over 100, but when I started taking trades on gold, that's pretty much when my trading fell apart. So started the day, picked up 57.5 on NQ, picked up 45 on ES. The first two trades out of the gates. The account went all the way up to the 669.162. So pretty much up over 100. I believe the day we started, where did we start here? Started around 567s. And from the 567s up to 669s. So a series of losses here. We can see first we had that scale out of gold before it turned around. Bigger loss there on gold, 66,750. Managed to get some back with an ES trade. Bigger loss there on NQ 74. And it just became a series of consistent losses of the larger variety, especially here on gold. Again, 49, 34, that's manageable. 33, that's manageable. Bigger win there on ES at 67. Gave it all back on the NQ at 65. And the smaller break-evenish trades, bigger loss there at 59. Favorable trade on ES, but just could not get a hold of the market. These are some more break-evens. So what I'll do is I'll bring over the trade performance. We can see what we did. Over on the trade performance, we can see here took a total of 19 trades, 42% win percentage. Not what we want to see. And of course, average win to average loss, not great. Certainly could have held a few more trades in my favor, and the break-even trades certainly do not help in terms of the average win on the trades. We can see here on gold. Gold was an absolute nightmare for me. 3 trades, minus 139,500, 0% accuracy. Lost on all 3 trades for an average loss of 46,500. Over on ES, it was a little bit more successful. Took most of my trades on ES. And on ES, we can see we were actually positive in terms of P&L. I picked up 114,375, 5 winning trades, 4 losing trades, 56% accuracy. And with that 56% accuracy, the average win was 41,250. The average loss was 22,6875. Now, those are pretty decent statistics there. Certainly, the average win is almost twice the size of the average loss. And hence the reason why we're positive with just a 56% win percentage. But similar to gold on NQ, we can see here a lot of churn in 7 trades, 3 winners, 4 losers, 43%. But more concerning of all is the fact that the average win is about a third of the size of the average loss. And the break-evens certainly didn't help in this respect. The break-evens brought down the averages, and we can certainly see here it did not help at all. We lost 169 there. So not a great day overall, losing minus 227,425 after going a series of winning trades. But certainly walking away is the order of the day. And over the past couple of days where I've been successful, been trading for under 30 minutes, get in, got to the target, got out, closed it down. Today, try to get a bit more in terms of P&L. And from that gold trade that didn't work, I continue to trade, try to get the account back, a degree of revenge trading and trading my P&L. And it certainly cost me. Could have walked away with 100, but instead walking away with minus 227. So certainly something to take away from today is to walk away, especially when the day starts out well. But with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.